It's not a regular tour, no, it's a studio tour, so come show us your stuff.
Spicy here and welcome to my room tour. So, right off the bat when you enter, you can see that it's empty. When I was first designing or making this room, first of all, I wanted space for VR. But second of all, I also really liked the idea of having a room which is really open, doesn't have a lot of stuff going on, doesn't have like a mess everywhere or cables everywhere or like a ton of different colors. So, starting off, when you go to the right of my door, you can immediately see all the instruments in my room. These are the only instruments that are currently in my room. I have more of them, but I keep them in a different room because either they're really big, so they take up a lot of room, or just generally I don't play them as much. So over here we have two jazz basses. One of them is fretless, one of them isn't a fretless one. This one is a G&L precision bass. This is also the bass that I mainly play in everything. I don't really use anything else besides this one, apart from occasionally using those two if I need a specific sound, or the Ibanez over here. This is an Ibanez. I don't really play this one as often. I got it once. I'm a big fan of Ibanez, just I don't quite commonly use this bass. Also, it's not really set up correctly at the moment. But yeah. Over here is a Yamaha acoustic. I don't really play guitar, I just have it because occasionally I do some guitar stuff. I'm not all too good at guitar anyway. Over here I have my Kawaii piano. Really like it. When I am recording pianos, I play it on a loop station right there, so I move that one right over there real quick, or I move my entire piano over there if I'm doing like some live recording on my computer. Then over here I have a couch. I usually use this couch for when I'm like watching a movie on that TV, or if I'm watching a couple series on my phone or stuff like that. And over here I have like a couple hangers. I have a ton of belts. I use a lot of belts to use my magazine pouches on. These are my magazine pouches for my airsoft. Oh. They tend to drop out quite a lot when they're sideways, but since I don't really lay down a lot, and they're usually vertical instead of horizontal, I'm fine with it. Over here I have my guitar straps. I do have another one right over here. This one has like strap locks on it, so it clicks onto my guitar rather than just hang on to it. Then I have a big closet over here. I'm not going to show you this one because it's really messy. I have like some replacement parts for computers and some boxes and some graphics cards and motherboards, and also a lot of Xbox games in there. Then over here we have my comic assortment. These are not all the comics that I have. I don't really have enough room for all the comics because these are literally just the ones that either I'm reading or I just like reading. So I have like this is like Batman. It's like a different story of Batman. I haven't really read through it yet. Then over here I have this one. I've been following this series for a while now. I really like it. It's from a French artist, I think. Same goes for this one. I'm not sure whether it is no, it's not the same artist. I did have another comic from the same artist as this one. Then I have Star Wars. This is sort of the new edition of Star Wars. Like, it's not a new story, it's literally just the old story, but with a new artist. Watchmen, One Punch Man, a whole lot of mangas. Yeah, also that. Also this fell over. Okay. Then over here I have my VR kit. I also have a power bank all the way over there. So when my controllers are low on battery, I can just plug in the battery bank and I can still play with it. Over here I have my Nintendo. I don't really know why I keep it over there. I don't really have a spot for that one yet. I have my main bass amp, sort of. This is the one I usually play on. It's actually quite scary because there are a lot of electronics on this which can shock me really quite badly. And also this heating element over here is really, really hot when you start playing on it. But yeah, over there's my speaker for the bass amp, of course. It was first it was like a combo, but I took it out because I didn't really like having to reach back there. This is like a transport bass amp. I usually use this one if I'm practicing with people or I need to teach a person a couple of things, not really like too special things. Then right over here I have my Airsoft. It's a G&G Warthog 12-inch, I think it was. Yeah, that was the one. And then over here I have a lot of bass pedals. I don't use these. I don't really use pedals as much. I'm more for just being able to make a ton of sounds without having to change the instrument all too much. The only thing that I really use from here is my tuner. Then I have a ton of airsoft materials such as BBs, more BBs. These are the ones that I use for testing, whether I want to make sure that my gun is firing properly, if the hop-up is working, stuff like that. Then some magazines, a speed loader, my glasses. Then over here I have like some extra batteries just in case, a charger, etc, etc. Over here is like stuff that I haven't really found space for. These are like replacement parts for these are like replacement cushions for my Vive. This is my Cleric spell card deck. I recently found out about those and I wanted to see how they were exactly. I am sort of a big fan. They have like the base spells in it and they have like some empty cards to fill in some extra spells on. Then I have my D&D dice is over there, some glue. This is really, really powerful glue. And then this is like an old graphics card. Well, it's not really old, but I'm trying to fix it because there's something wrong with it and I want to see if I can make it work again. I think it's shorting somewhere, but I need to figure out where exactly it was and clean that up a bit. Then over here I have my monitors. So these are two 4K monitors and one 1080p TV, sort of. I use a TV for when I'm watching movies or series or something like that. I also have like a really handy dandy statistics thingy over here for my computer, so I know how much exactly I'm using. I do have quite a powerful computer, but that's also because I run a ton of servers on here and I do web management and server management on this. Then over here I have my keyboard. This is originally a G613, which I spray painted white because I don't really like the aesthetics of the grey, blackish sort of thing that Logitech is going for with that keyboard. This is a G933, I think it was. And then a Rode NT1A, which I have going into a Focusrite Scarlett 2i4, I think it was. Yeah, something like that. And then there you have my loop station. Let me see if I can drag that out real quick. It's a Boss RC300. I usually do recordings with this. I have all my instruments that I'm using going in there and I sort of manage everything and mix everything live over there. Then over here I have some replicas, or these are 3D prints. This is the Millennial Falcon and Bastion from Overwatch. And over here I have some cables. These ones are used for, these are audio cables or MIDI cables. These are string replacements. These are separate strings that I use. And these are USB cables which I use for resoldering or just plugging stuff in. Then over here I have like two big compartments. I use this one to keep all my screws in. I'm really happy that I decided to get like one of those big managing cabinets for my screws. And then I have my headphones. I don't really use headphones as much. I mainly just use these earphones over here. I'm not too big a headphone user. Over here I have like some cloth, a networking card, which I still need to. Then here I have like a tool compartment. I like keep all my tweezers. This is like a keycap replacement, so I can easily take out the keycaps, or the keys for my keyboards. Some extras for my heat gun. Then these are all my screwdrivers, pliers, measuring tape, etc., etc. A PlayStation 4 controller, which I occasionally use, and then an ocarina, randomly. And over there, I forgot to tell you that, there is my soldering and heat gun station. I really like this heat gun station because it has like these really, really fine tips. So if I'm working on like a phone or a laptop, it's really easy to melt whatever I needed to melt. So yeah, then moving on over here to the second room, we have my drum kit. It's become increasingly more difficult to record the drums actually. I used to have a laptop that I could just plug my interface in and I could just move it over here and start recording. But I don't have that laptop anymore. I gave it away to somebody who needed it much more than me. Then I have a pool table over here and a cowbell. I'm still setting up this pool table actually. There's some, it has some stability issues. Yeah, the stand isn't really that good. So I'm seeing if I can replace that stand. I have some movie posters behind there from, well, my brother used to work in a movie theater, so he got those for free, which is kind of nice. Now over here I have like a shooting station. I made it myself. It's like it's literally just a case with like a weighted cloth behind it. And it just holds back all the BBs and drops them down there. Then I have, it's actually resting on sort of a lounge area. I don't really use this lounge area since I have a couch in my other room. These are like closets, but they're filled with like all my old toys. I used to do a lot of stuff with Legos, so I have like a lot of Legos. I don't know if that's really something. And it goes on for like all four of those. I mean up to like here, which is like the third one. The rest is all like computer stuff that I collected over the years, or just some old garbage really. And also some drum components. So yeah, thank you for watching. That's been my room/studio tour.